Hey everybody, Mike Chipperini at Chipper's Island Adventures, and right now I am driving down Interstate 90 in the middle of South Dakota, headed to Mount Rushmore National Park. So hey everybody, I've been driving for a few days now with stops off here and there. I left New England, actually Gloucester, Mass, last Friday, but I did visit some friends along the way, and I also stopped off at Winnebago Industries at the service center there and had my Suburban cooktop recall fixed, along with my Carefree awning fixed. So now we're way out here, we're in mountain time, so we're driving along here and it's just wide open country. I've never been out to South Dakota. I'm traveling with my good friend Rick. Want to say hi, Rick?
Hi, Rick.
Rick and I are traveling here in the Travato, and so far it's been pretty good. You know, I thought it might be a little tight with two bigger guys, but you know, we're sleeping well. We're getting some good places to park, whether it's a campground or a driveway or whatever. One night we slept at the Winnebago parking lot, so that worked out fine as well, because they have electric hookups there for everyone, so we're able to run the AC. So at any rate, I'm going to show you what we're looking at here, and this is what it's been like for a long time. As you can see, it's pretty flat, and this is America, people, and we're just driving along. We see a lot of these signs along the side of the road. These ones here advertising the Firehouse Campground, and we probably got about I don't know, 130 more miles, no, not even that, probably about 100 miles to get to where we're headed. And a couple miles from now we're going to pull off and get some fuel. But this is what we're looking at, and our game plan is to get to Rushmore, check it out, and then we're going to also check out the Custer
State Park.
Yeah, the Custer State Park. I guess there's a road that goes all around that, and we're going to check out the Crazy Horse Memorial, and we're going to go check out Devil's Tower, of which we have a campground reservation right at the base of Devil's Tower tonight. So stick around, and hopefully we're going to get some good video of all these places that we plan to see between today, and if not all of them today, we'll check out more tomorrow. So far so good. This Travato has been great traveling, and we're having a great time. So stay tuned. All right, so we decided to make an unexpected stop. We've been seeing countless signs all about wall drug. So it's right off I-90. And by the way, we've been driving I-90 pretty much the whole way from Massachusetts. We got on just outside of Boston, and we are still on I-90 here. And the only time we really got off of it was to visit our friends in Wellington, Ohio, and when we went to visit a friend up in Michigan. So the majority of the time we've been traveling on I-90. But now we've decided to visit this wall drug store. We're walking up the street right now. We just parked the rig. You can see it's coming up, but we have seen a lot of advertisements for this. Check out this old town here. So we're gonna go ahead inside and see what it's all about. All right, so what we have here is a whole series of stores that all connect. And where we are right now, we're in the Badlands. And we passed a lot of the Badlands. We could see it. It was a little hazy out there, so I really didn't take any video. But now we're gonna go ahead and walk through this store. Here's a cafe. This is like the actual drugstore, it looks like. Bison head, bear, some type of deer or elk. A lot of taxidermy. Okay, so we went into the Wall drugstore, and what it is, it's a series of little stores all tied together by the same owner. So it's not just a drugstore. You have a Western art gallery, you have a cafe, you have a kids area. There's actually a chapel in there. So we took a walk through. You know, it's just a series of stores. A lot of neat items in there, everything from just aspirin up to jackalopes and stuff. So I think we can assume this is probably one of the biggest jackalopes you'll ever see. Okay, so after a long drive, over 2,000 miles from Gloucester, Massachusetts, we have arrived at Mount Rushmore. And right now, we're walking up to the walkway, it appears. And we did get a glimpse of Rushmore up here. This area is beautiful. We've seen a lot of great stuff coming out here, a lot of wide open area. We drove through the Badlands, and now we're here in Rushmore and getting ready to go up and view this great American sculpture here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And there she is, folks, looming high. So while we're walking up here, a little history here. This monument was sculpted by Gutzon Berglund, and it took 14 years. Of course, he wasn't the only sculptor. He had a lot of help. This is a huge crew that was working up here. But they sculpted it from 1927 to 1941. Here you see his bust, Gutzon Berglund. And now we walk up, and there you see it, reigning supreme over the land. Now this is a huge bucket list item for me. Just like it was when I went to the Grand Canyon. To be able to come here and see this. What we see are the bust of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Franklin, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Here we see this nice amphitheater, and apparently they have a light show at night, which I'm not going to see because we're going to move up north a little bit. But this is magnificent. I doubt the video does it justice. And there is a way to get up there and go behind. I've seen videos of that. I thought that was pretty cool. Got my buddy Rick here. He's over here admiring the view. 14 years to carve that. Okay, so we're going to take the Presidential Trail. We're told this is about a 40-45 minute hike, and it will take you around the base. So we're going to check it out. And this is probably the big thing we're going to do here, because we also want to go see the next point of interest, which you'll see once we get there. Keep you in suspense a little bit. So we're just gonna walk down this trail and we'll do like a power walk. And that way there we get a little exercise because we've been sitting for quite a while and we definitely need some sort of exercise. So let's get to it.
So one thing I'd like to share with you is some of our language. This is something we've been saying for thousands and thousands of years. I feel once I teach it to you, you've already known it because the Creator's written it on your heart. You just have to accept it. Can you guys all say Mitapuya?
Mitakuya,
Oyasi.
Toyasi,
Mitapuya.
Mitakuya,
Oyasi.
Oyasi.
And I'm a certified language teacher, so I know 3 times could lead to some retainment. So one more time.
As we continue our little walk here, a view up his nose. President Lincoln vantage point. You can see it up there. The one thing I wish about GoPro is I wish it had a zoom on it, but it does not. So we just deal with what we have. So this trail is giving us different vantage points of the bust of those who are up here. So here we have George Washington. And by looking up, there he is right there, as if looking under his chin. Hence the name, the Presidential Trail. But I gotta tell you, so far, this is a really pretty trail. All these nice woods and natural rock formations. And looking up here, you can see all the drill points from where they drilled into the granite and then split it. Those are not used for blasting. I believe those were used for drilling. And then they would feather and wedge it and break the stone down. But I'm sure they did some blasting here and there. Got a really nice vista point of all 4 heads right here. Pretty nice. And look at this view. You can see the stairs going down. So this is a platform, viewing platform, that we just came out to here. And now we're going to walk back out and go down these stairs. We'll see how hard this is, but I believe it's all downhill.
Go ahead and go. I'll wait for you in the shade.
I think this is going to be all downhill, which is to our benefit. But it's supposedly 425 stairs. And we'll just keep going down. We're doing good. I'm digging this. I hope my partner Rick is. Oh, from here, check this out. We have a view from the actual
That's cool.
the entryway, or the main vista area with the amphitheater in front. So, Rick, how you doing? Good?
Hanging in there. Doing fine.
He's pumped. He's never been here before either, and this has always been a bucket list item for Rick as well. He's been a great companion on this trip, seeing how we're both squeezed into a Travato 59K van conversion RV, and we're doing good in it though. I believe this was the intended sculpture here with the jackets.
For those that are now, people are trying to listen to the talk. Can you quiet down, please? Thank you.
Heading up. But here's a nice vantage point again of Mount Rushmore as we head up this trail. What's nice going around this trail is you have various vantage points. And here's yet another one. Oh boy, yeah, it goes up.
Yeah.
So as we leave the Mount Rushmore Memorial, we are now headed to the Crazy Horse Memorial. And we should be there shortly. It's not too far away. So this ought to be pretty cool. And we're just going to continue down. I got to admit that Rushmore was really excellent. We had a nice walk around. We got to stretch our legs. And if you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. All the best to all, and happy adventuring.